and welcome back to Lantern Creek Farm. Alright guys, today we're going to talk to you all about something that I feel is very important. If you want to have a homestead, a farmstead, a farm, if you want to make profit, if you want to put meat in your fridge, if you want to have something that's useful in more than one way. So today's topic is dual purpose. Not only is it dual purpose, we're not going to talk about tools in this specific video, although they can be tools. We're going to talk about dual purpose breed animals on the homestead, on the farm, on the farmstead.
Alright guys, we're going to hop right into this topic. So there's a few animals that we have on our farm that we specifically chose to be dual purpose, one of those being rabbits. Rabbits are dual purpose in more than two ways. I really need to change this to multi-purpose, but they can be used for human consumption or animal consumption, sold for profit, saved for fur, and also their feces can be used for fertilize. And so there's a multitude of things that rabbits are useful for on the homestead. Actually, I highly recommend rabbits if you are going to get into homesteading. I wish we would have started out with rabbits because I feel like they're a good gateway, such as chickens are. So rabbits can be friendly, they grow quick, they get large in size quickly, and they're popular. And so if you're trying to sell a rabbit, you want them to be friendly, you want them to be of a popular breed, but if you're wanting to put them back for meat as well, you want them to grow quickly, you want them to be large in size. So you want to pick specific breeds that have all of these qualities. If you've watched any of my videos, I definitely recommend the New Zealand and the Flemish Giant. Let's move on to goats. So there's two main types of goats in our area that people use for meat. Ours is the Boer goats. Another type of breed would be the Kiko goats. A lot of people cross the Kikos and Boers. But specifically, these goats are used for meat all around the world. This Boer goat breed specifically comes from Africa, and they are meat goats. So they can be sold for profit, they can be used for animal and human consumption, they can be used for milk. Although they aren't dairy goats per se, there are other dairy meat crosses that you could do. Their feces can also be used for fertilizer as well as the rabbits. Now when you're picking specific breeds, and I'll get into the slide here in just a minute, you want to pick breeds that are meat breeds. You want to pick breeds that, if you're going to sell them for a profit, that are a popular breed. Boer goats are a popular breed. They sell very well just because when people look at them, they see the red and the white. They know that those are Boer goats. They're a very popular breed. There's also 4-H show quality animals. There's papered animals, and so they're very popular. You want to make sure that they're desired in your area. I don't know what other areas, but Kentucky, like I said, or in our area are good for the Kikos and the Boer goats. You want to make sure that you're feeding them where they grow a pretty good size. You want to feed them well, but they do grow. They are meat goats. And they do have the ability to milk, like I talked about before. You can milk these goats, but I would recommend crossing. Last but not least, we're going to talk about another multi-purpose animal on the farm, which would probably be pretty obvious, which is chickens. When we're talking about chickens, we're talking about meat production, obviously, egg production. We can use them for fertilizer and compost. There's so many uses. They're good for keeping bugs down, keeping varmints down. There's a multitude of uses for chickens, and I feel like that's why it's the number one animal for a homestead if you are going to start a homestead, because chickens can be kept in a small area with very little effort put in for them to turn around and give you what you need. So when you're picking breeds, you definitely want to pick a large size. Because obviously if you're going to be using them for meat, you want them to grow quickly and very large. We also want to talk about egg size and the amount of eggs they lay in a year. Obviously, you don't want little tiny eggs. You don't want to pick chickens that lay little tiny eggs. You want to pick chickens that lay good size eggs. That way that you get the amount of protein you need. You also want to think about broody chickens. Some chickens just do not go broody. And if you are wanting a meat production animal, you're obviously going to want hens that are going to sit on their eggs and be decent mothers to their babies. And so you want to think about that when you're thinking about chickens. Well, guys, I just wanted to give you a few examples of what it would look like on a homestead to have animals that are multi-purpose. We've talked about chickens, we've talked about rabbits, and we've talked about goats. Those are our three number one animals that I feel like would be wonderful on a homestead for multi-purpose. They've been multi-purpose for us. And so, guys, these are the animals that I recommend. If you're looking into starting a homestead, these are the guys for you, especially the rabbits. I'll talk about rabbits all day long, but they are wonderful across the board for multi-purpose.
Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for hanging out with us. I hope you all got some good knowledge from this video. I hope that it helped somebody. I hope that it encouraged you. I hope that it maybe enlightened you to some things. I mean, it's not a deep video or anything like that, but I hope I was helpful to you, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So if you liked the video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. The likes help us, as most of you know, and so I appreciate a good like and a good subscription if you haven't subscribed already, y'all. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out with us, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.